Hey, what's up, America? More Americans are now shoplifting. So the percentage of Americans that say they've shoplifted or have been caught shoplifting has increased 24% from last year. 90% of those people say that they had to shoplift to afford necessities like food or medical supplies. Now, apparently, Americans are starting to steal everyday essentials like food, non-alcoholic drinks, and other things like clothing and personal hygiene. In a lesser amount, they're stealing toys for their children, technology, and electronics, as well as school supplies. The most frequented place to shoplift was Walmart, with 47% naming that's the place that was stolen from. Family Dollar was second, followed by Amazon Fresh and Kroger for the #1 places people shoplift. Now, like I said, a majority of these products are necessity products. So only in a small percentage are they stealing basically for fun or personal gain. It's basically food, personal hygiene, or something to drink and clothing. So this is being fueled by high prices, high gas prices, and the inability for prices to ever stop going up. People can't keep up, so they're starting to steal.
You should have. No, you should have thought about that.
This mother stole some food for her kids because she had no other option. Do you believe her?
I did it because we didn't have anything, sir. You can have everything. I haven't opened this at all.
Well, that's not the problem. The problem is you shoplifting.
They had nothing to drink, sir. You can come in and look.
Okay, well, that one's been open.
Please let me pay for this stuff.
We're past you paying for it. We are.
Please don't do this, sir. That kid didn't have anything. You can come look at my fridge.
I'm not doing that. No. What? I
don't have any clothes on.
You can go like that. So what am I going to do? I have to call defect.
I love you, baby.
Since the kids have nowhere else to go, the cop will have to call DFAX to come get them.
You realize all this was self-inflicted, right? You did this to yourself.
What are we supposed to drink?
We really don't have anything.
I swear to God.
We don't have no water bottles. We don't have anything.
Shoplifting to survive. And I say, who gives a fuck? A new poll by CBS found that 30% of Americans say that they have shoplifted in the last year. They report shoplifting everyday essentials like food, non-alcoholic drinks, and personal hygiene items. I wish these news stations would spend less time demonizing regular people struggling to make it and focus their energy on the corrupt and evil establishment who created this fucking environment we are living in. Let's focus on the government who refuses to help its own citizens, but finds billions of dollars to unalive kids all over the world. Let's focus on the greedy and immoral retailers who raise prices constantly to squeeze every penny out of a consumer base they know is already struggling. Let's focus on the tens of billions of tax dollars our government sends foreign countries every year without our consent, as they watch us struggle. Let's focus on the billions of dollars they have for war, but nothing to feed the fucking poor. The only time an American citizen is useful is when they are paying taxes to this bullshit-ass system. I personally won't be stealing. But if you ask me if I saw anything...
In California, they will not arrest you if you shoplift under $900.
Crazy.
I think that's wrong. And they say, oh, well, our prisons are full. Like, okay, we'll figure it out. If you shoplift $80, if you shoplift a toothbrush, you should be arrested.
How bad is shoplifting? Let's talk about it. Most of us believe that stealing is wrong. So let's talk about some of the biggest thieves in America. A massive grocery store, massive retailer, Walmart. Many of us have shopped there and still do. Walmart in revenue roughly makes over $680 billion a year, annually. And still, with all that money they make, they need $7 billion of American taxpayer money. Now, most of that money is given to them in the form of government subsidies. That's our tax dollars, mine and yours. Now, the idea for those subsidies is so that way they can make sure that they pay their workforce a decent wage, give them health care benefits. But if you've ever met or talked with a Walmart employee, you will find out that they are paid crap and their benefits not that great. So not only are we paying them billions of dollars to do something that they're not doing, we're also subsidizing their workforce by making sure that their workers do have government-sponsored healthcare and food stamp benefits, which many of them are on. But technically, companies like Walmart are stealing from American citizens twice. And Walmart is not the only company to receive government subsidies. Target, or as I like to call it, Target, receives $189 million in government subsidies, American tax dollars. So some of the largest retail grocery stores, these large corporate grocery stores, are consistently stealing from the American people. So remember, with food stamp benefits running out and 47 million Americans depending on food stamps to survive and make sure they can eat and thrive, if you see someone shoplifting at a large retail store, no, you didn't. Fall in.
Said yes, they voted yes. Out of hatred, they wanted to come revenge to the blacks, but little do they know it will backfire and regrets will come much later. So welcome to this new channel. My good name, The African. If you haven't subscribed yet, kindly do so and show I got some love, like, comment, and let me know what you think for those MAGA voters, Trump supporters who voted for Trump, Donald Trump, the president of USA, out of hatred, out of revenge. And right now, the economy is revenging to them as well. So they have to. The cases of shoplifting has increased, and like the rising trend of shoplifting in the United States has increased, and 90% of it is from the white folks, white Americans, and these positions the consequence of systematic economic hardship rather than just a simple crime wave. So guys, this is an interesting video to watch. Let's watch till the end. Remember to subscribe, show a girl some love, comment under below your honest 2 cents. I'll come back with my insights. All the credits goes to the original broadcasters or original broadcasters of this footage. Watch till the end. I'll come back with my honest 2 cents.
We have our young ladies, our upstanding citizens that are saying they're going to start stealing. Never mind getting a job, never mind hustling, never mind taking care of business, never mind getting on top of things. If they don't give you more taxpayer subsidies, then they are going to start taking to the streets, man.
I'm gonna be stealing like it ain't no tomorrow. I am going to go in that store, get everything I get regularly. I'm going to bag my shit up, swipe my link card, as soon as that ain't no pending balance on there, I'm going to walk the out. And I'm gonna have one of my cousins with me that'll punch up so hard you gonna think a Jet 2 holiday hit your if you think I ain't finna walk out that stuff. And please follow me to that car. If you feeling foggy, you ain't gonna make it back to your position at that Walmart store. I'm telling you. You wanna take some link? Like I don't be taking already. Watch this. It's okay.
And now our ghetto bulls are out here continuing to have children out of wedlock, continuing to depend on the federal government. And now they feel like it's the government's obligation to take care of them. And so what they have declared is that they are now going to start stealing from stores to make sure that they have enough food, and also to ensure that they get what they believe is due, because the federal government is warning people that the longer that the shutdown is going to go on, that they are going to have to start removing or preventing people from being able to get their SNAP benefits, because obviously we know that Democrats is continuing to hold up everything so that they can continue the Obamacare resolution that also allows for illegal migrants to get health care coverage via your hospital stays.
So I saw a post on Instagram saying that people are going to be going into Walmart on Monday and just raiding the stores, stealing food, getting as much as they want to because of the government shutdown. Listen, I have been a single mother for over 12 years now, and I have worked hard to get to where I am. And yeah, there is a time where like you feel lost, especially in the beginning. I had nothing other than my kids and a car to drive us around. I had zero money. I had to sell everything that I had to afford food for them. And so when I hear these things, that people are not willing to go get jobs to feed their kids, they rather go and steal food from groceries and from any store to feed their children. Come on, really? What's stopping you? You know, like, get a job, get 2 jobs, but don't do this. Like, don't, like, what are you teaching your kids, that you need to go and steal food from these places to feed them? We don't live in a third world country. We live in the United States, and this country is wealthy. It has a lot of money, but you have to really, really work for it.
Georgian Bay OPP is also appealing to the public as they seek to identify multiple suspects in a Midland shoplifting incident. This week, the detachment released security photos of 3 suspects who allegedly stole products from the Walmart on Highway 12 back on July 20. The stolen items were reportedly worth more than $2,000.
Studies show that Americans making over $100,000 are just as likely to steal at self-checkout than anybody else. Studies ain't have to tell me that. I remember my first time seeing somebody steal from self-checkout. My cousin, she put a pack of gum under a birthday cake. That birthday cake rang up, it's about 50-something cents. I say, cuz, how you get a birthday cake that cheap? She say, shut up with your dumb ass. And they got self-checkout now where they got the camera right above you, so if you get caught stealing, they show you doing the shit over and over again. You sitting there looking stupid as mother. I don't know why they ain't scared. Oh, you know why. You threw it in the bag. They got you on camera. It's doing this. It won't stop doing it. Everybody around can see. You didn't scan it. You threw it in the bag. And self-checkout thieves don't know no bounds. Y'all looking at me. It's an old white woman with pearls on stealing from the self-checkout. Get her. I see her. She taking that oatmeal. Get her. But when I be seeing people steal from self-checkout, I be thinking, damn, he got that ground beef. That ground beef, $32. I should have him give me one. Yeah, get it for you. Catch him in the parking lot. Yeah, give it to you in the parking lot. Tell on their ass. Better than being the one who actually stole it, ain't it? I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't be giving stealing advice, but hey, it's 2025. You can say anything you want on the internet.
With food stamps already being taken away, a Walmart already got fucking raided. And this is not going to be the first by taking away the EBT fucking food stamps, especially right before fucking Thanksgiving, right before the fucking holidays. And if they think the American people are going to be okay with it, you think the American people are going to go starving? Yeah, you got it all the way fucked up. Expect way more fucking riots at the grocery stores, at Walmart, at Target, wherever EBT is fucking accepted at, yeah. Because apparently the only place that is still getting EBT is New York City and California. But what about the rest of the fucking thousands and millions of fucking people who literally depend on fucking EBT for food? And I heard Aldi is doing a Thanksgiving feeding of 10 people for only $40 freaking. And I don't know how true it is, but you know what? If it is, I'm so motherfucking glad. Mind you, Aldi is not even an American brand. It's a European brand. They don't even celebrate Thanksgiving yet. If people have no food during Christmas, have no food during Thanksgiving. Like, they know exactly what they are doing. They want people to cause commotion, but these are just people who are fucking hungry. Like, I'm telling y'all right now, this shit is not gonna end in a good fucking way. If y'all are gonna sit here and think that people of this fucking century is gonna sit home and starve while there's mad fucking grocery stores around them, yeah, you got it all the way fucked up.
Walmart says it just hasn't been profitable in these neighborhoods, claiming to lose tens of millions of dollars over the years. Now,
and you've given them no sign that it's going to turn around. So Walmart's packing up, they're leaving, and the city of Chicago deserves it. And by the way, the people featured in these videos, because these are in largely black neighborhoods, overwhelmingly voted for Brandon Johnson. So this is not a case like New York, where the black and Hispanic areas in the Democratic primary voted for the most tough on crime candidate. They voted for the least tough on crime candidate, the most anti-business candidate, and now the businesses are responding and the people are upset and they want to protest, and they actually dared to blame the businesses for the crime that's going on in Chicago.
Oh, we have healthcare deserts. We have food deserts.
Yes, sir.
And we wonder why.
Yes, sir.
Our communities look like they look.
Well,
that we have violence every single day.
Speak the truth. Yes, that's Lord.
It is just not on us. Yeah. It is on the corporate citizens that come into our community and ravage our community. And Walmart, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. You are the reason that our communities lack the investment that they have. We should not have to go out of our communities to find jobs. We should not have to go out of our communities to get medicine. We should not go out of our communities to be able to shop. We should be able to do all of this in our community.
Right here.
You should be able to do all of this stuff within your community. But the thing is, it's not Walmart's fault for responding to the actions of people within the community and to the politicians who are more interested in placating those negative actions for the faults of the community. They destroyed it themselves. Have you ever seen footage from inside these Walmarts? They're absolutely ridiculous.
Because that's how they can eat?
The real answer is, how do we make sure, the question is, how do we make sure that people can eat? Look, no one is going to condone, behavior that quite frankly speaks to a level of desperation.
So you're not condoning looting?
I'm saying that people are acting out of desperation. We don't want a society that is acting out of desperation, but you have to pay attention to the cries that people have.
So you're not condoning looting?
There's no way to embrace that. What I'm saying is, you can't condone the looting that corporations continue to do every single day when they take tax dollars from black, brown, white folks all over the city of Chicago.
So this black woman just happened to be recording in Walmart when she caught a white woman shoplifting. Everything was already on camera. As they're both walking out of the store, the white woman realizes she's being recorded and gets mad. She confronts her like, "You recorded me?" And the black woman is like, "Yeah, I did." That's when things escalated. The white woman swings first, tries to snatch the phone, hits her, and the phone goes flying. And listen, once she put her hands on her, it was over. The black woman swung back and knocked her out cold. Like, laid out on the ground, unconscious for a few minutes. When the woman finally came to, she jumped up and ran outside trying to find the police, saying she'd been hit. The police show up trying to piece together what happened, and the black woman is very clear. She hit me first, and I defended myself. And on top of that, she was shoplifting, and it was all caught on video. That's really what makes this whole thing crazy. None of this is he said, she said. It's literally on camera. Wrong person, wrong day, wrong move. And honestly, that video is a reminder. Don't put your hands on people, especially when you're already in the wrong. Because the internet is forever and receipts don't lie.
So I know someone who owns a pretty good sized company, and they sell a product to consumers across the United States, and they make really good money. And they've been in business for over 25 years or more. And they're shutting down in a couple of months. I was shocked. I asked him why. He told me because of Trump's tariffs. It destroyed our company. And I thought he meant the most recent ones that Trump's threatening Canada with. And he said, no. When he did the first round of tariffs, that destroyed our suppliers from around the world. And it just trickled on down to us. And it took X number of months. And now our company is destroyed. Our supplier is destroyed. They're shutting down. I mean, I'm stunned. So I'm like, wait, so not just your business, but their business. These are not multi-million-dollar businesses, but pretty much million-dollar businesses. Small businesses here in the United States shutting down because of Trump's tariffs when he first came into office. And even though the courts said they were illegal and they dismantled them, and now these guys actually got money back from the tariffs that they paid, but it's too late. Their suppliers are destroyed. They're destroyed. They can't sell the business. No one wanted to buy it. No one wanted to buy their supplier's business. The supplier's going under. They're going under. And he said, I said, how am I just hearing about this? And he said, oh, everyone will be hearing more about this come around October or November. It'll take a while for it to, come into full effect. So around election time in November, he said, most of the people in the United States are going to know someone whose business was destroyed because of Trump's tariffs. And how do you think that's going to affect the outcome of the elections?
So, hear me out. I have a theory that our current president, Donald J. Trump, wants to crash the economy on purpose. And I can tell you why. Because we're all hearing his rich friends want to get even richer. So they're selling right now their stock. They're waiting until the economy is crashing, and then they can buy so much more stock we could ever imagine. So I have a feeling that whole thing, and it's April 2nd, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but I have a feeling this whole thing is on purpose. Because everybody in his clear mind will know when you start a trade war with the whole world that the economy will collapse. It's just like, I don't need to be smart for that. That's like common sense. So that's my take on it. I had a feeling our current government does this on purpose to crush the economy. We'll see. Maybe I'm hydrated, maybe I'm dehydrated. We'll see. Cheers, my friends, and remember, water is still not just water.
Let me ask you something. What do you think happens when 40 million plus Americans start stealing food in 2025's America? What do you think the repercussions will be? How will the government react? Asking for a friend, of course. But that's kind of where this is being manipulated to, in my opinion, because nobody in their right mind thinks this government shutdown is because of health care for illegal aliens. It's more likely that it's due to the Epstein files or all the insurance companies renegotiating Obamacare, you know, with a finger on the trigger. But what do you think in a case like that? What do you think the government will do? What will the reaction be? Will we break norms still upheld in society? Let me know in the comments, and God bless. And be happy if you got food on the table.
Consequences of voting wrong. So the MAGA supporters, all who supported Trump out of hatred, like to revenge hatred for the blacks, are now regretting, are now crying. They don't have even food, and now this has increased the crime rate of shoplifting in the United States. So we get to see how the consequences of systematic economic hardship can lead to a lot of crime rate rather than just viewing shoplifting as a simple crime wave. So what we get to note from this video is the rising statistics sorry. And we get to see how the data suggests a 24% increase in reported shoplifting, with 90% of those involved stating they are stealing necessities like food, medicine, and personal hygiene items rather than luxury goods. Imagine shoplifting the little, like the basic needs, not the going after luxury just because you cannot afford it. And this is not because they believed when they vote in the Trump regime, things will be better or things will work in their favor. Little did they know that everyone will pay a consequence, or most of the people will suffer due to this choice. So the economic critique, we get to see how inflation, high gas prices, and the reduction of government assistance such as SNAP, SNAP, food stamps are pushing families to extreme measures. Like in this era, we get these white Americans cannot afford. Remember, most of them don't go for hard jobs, and the black or people of color are the one who do these hard jobs. And people of color also have most of them have been raised in strict homes that has mentored them to believe shoplifting is a crime, so they tend to avoid it as much as possible. But imagine the Trump MAGA supporters cannot afford food right now in this economy that's so bad. And now this shows a comparison that is made between desperation of individuals, citizens, and the billions in subsidies provided to large corporations like Walmart and Target. So that is how things are bad, and that's how MAGA supporters are really, really suffering in this era. So when it comes to societal reflection, we get to see the concept of food deserts and the impact of government shutdowns and the historical resilience of Black communities in surviving economic downturns through mutual support and community care. So the human element, through personal anecdotes and reaction to viral clips, we get to see that behind every statistic is a family struggling to survive, and arguing that society should focus on addressing the root causes of economic distress. So this is, guys, how things are happening in the United States. That's how the economy is driving people in this era, or in this regime of we know it all, we MAGA supporters. So I get to talk about historical context of economic hardship, and we get to see how throughout historic economic hardship has consistently changed human behavior before leading to policy changes. And there's examples like the Great Depression, and during this period, people skipped meals, bartered for goods, and relied heavily on neighbors because money was insufficient. Then we get to talk about the 2008 financial crisis. Many families responded by working multiple jobs, delaying necessary health care, and positioning on major purchases to remain financially afloat. The Black American history too, and the Black communities have historically navigated economic storms such as Jim Crow, redlining, and discrimination, leading by creating strong safety nets within their communities, including church food programs and neighbor-to-neighbor support. So that, guys, that is all. And it's sad that what a choice you made is now the one that's showing you how to think next time. So guys, thank you for watching to this end. If you haven't subscribed yet, kindly do so. I would honestly appreciate. And share this video with your family and friends. Share your opinions down there below. Let me know your honest 2 cents. And guys, till the next time, catch me on the next one. God bless to all of you who always comes back to tune on my channel. Subscribe to this channel to for a girl to move to another bar. So thank you, my good people, and catch me on the next one. Lots of love.